So today we're going to set up something super simple. It's going to be an email triage agent. So on Claude, if you click under schedule a task, you'll see a bunch of scheduled tasks that we can run, such as inbox triage. So this is what we're going to be setting up. And at the end of the day, it'll end up looking something like this, where all your emails are labeled when they come in and even drafts are created as needed. So I'm going to walk you guys through step by step because this is the first time I'm doing it as a scheduled task. So the one that you guys saw before, that was through Claude Code because it had access to my Gmail and I can pull information from that whenever needed. So let's test it out from here. Looks like it might actually be as simple as this. So we'll change the frequency to daily. We'll run it at 8 a.m. For default model, we'll just leave it as Opus 5 approve, and let's just save that down, see what happens. I'm surprised because I didn't even know it had access to my Gmail. But so just for test purposes, I also sent 2 emails over from my Austin AI Waterside email to here saying, hey, really liked your last call before I sign up on the automation package. So an example client email as well as an example receipt to see how it would triage those. Okay, looks like it's finding the tools necessary to create this. So in reality, this is what we're creating here. It's just an inbox agent that fires off at 9 a.m. or whatever time you want in the morning. It reads every email that came in the day before and the morning of. It sorts it, it labels it, and then it drafts replies. And the cool part is you could connect it to Obsidian or something where it stores down all the emails that you've sent in the past so it can read from your tone and format. And when you're drafting emails, it'll replicate it from those references. So it's really interesting if you build on top of it. And last but not least, it sends a brief where you can just see what it's done and anything that you need to look at urgently, as well as low priority items. So if we go back here, okay, looks like it already knows to fetch from Austin P-Chat, like my personal inbox, because this Claude account was signed up with Austin P-Chat. Let's update this. So it just came back with a summary of all the emails that it collected in the past week, I want to say, and broke it down. It caught that Jordan email, quick question before we move forward. So that test email, it even understood that it might even be a test send considering it came from Austin at AI Waterside, and it got all the noise. So now I'm just going to say, hey, can you filter them out? So label them, make sure all the noise goes in one folder and all the important stuff, it goes in other folders, and just break it down into whatever categories that you think are appropriate. Okay, while that's running, I also want to just showcase a couple of cool things for you guys. There's this marketplace that I came across recently called Agent Skills Marketplace. If you type in skillsmp.com, you can find it. So in my previous video, I talked about a lot of skills that I built, and this would have been really useful to know about before I built all those skills because a couple of those ones similar to those are here. So brainstorming, grill me, skill creator, I kind of pulled a couple from, but there's many more here that are really useful that you could just download as easily as download zip file and then drag it onto your Claude Code setup. So just a little tidbit. Okay, it's asking me to just allow a couple of things. So the cool thing is when you use Claude Code, you could just toggle this to bypass permissions and it won't ask you for permission every single time it wants to create a new label, because these are the things that just slow you down because it's like more manually repetitive, like you have to watch it. But if this was on Claude Code, I shoot off one command and it builds out the entire system and asks me to review at the end. That's it. So that's why I recommend, like, when the time comes ready, you should have a setup like this where you could just shoot off a command, toggle this to bypass permissions, and you're all set. But for now, we'll show you the simple way where you could schedule out tasks such as a meeting prep or content ideas or monitoring a topic. Like, these are all simple and already set up for you. So you could just go in and say the most basic stuff and it'll have everything set up. Okay, another thing I want to mention while Claude's working on these labels is if you go on over to AI Wave Makers, the school community, completely free, all my YouTube resources are here. And if you wanted to get set up on Claude Code, you can follow these step by step and have a functioning Claude Code setup by the end of it. If you wanted to create diagrams like the ones you saw earlier, there's a video on that, as well as setting up Obsidian, Second Brain. So this one's really interesting if you want to give it a look. But all the skills, everything that I talk about is downloadable and completely free. So feel free to check that out. So it came back to me and it said that it wasn't able to create the labels in Gmail. So we're just going to have to do a little bit of manual steps. This is usually how the process goes, to be fair. It's not going to get it perfect on the first try. Honestly, if it was Claude Code, though, there's other methods that I could have showed you. But for now, let's just test this out. So it's saying to apply Gmail gear icon, so top right. And let's see what the next step is. See all settings right here. Filters and blocked addresses. So right here. Import filters, choose file. So we'll just go down here and download this real quick. And then hit import filters, choose file, go on over to content. I'll grab that. Okay, looks like the triaging is working. Just gonna screenshot this and send it over to Claude and make sure this is what I wanted. Is this good? Go back to inbox, reload. Oh, voila. And there we go. All the business emails have been filtered out. All the health stuff, money stuff, noise, reading, all the articles, all the security stuff. Yeah, as you can say here, your inbox went from 114,000. So 500 of it got archived. And theoretically, I could do the other 114,000. It's just not necessary because it's my personal inbox. But if you guys have a work inbox and you guys need to monitor it and you're like dragging and dropping into folders, the time for that is over. It's time to let that be automated so you can go work on more important stuff. And there you go. So now my personal inbox is filtered out. Drafts are created for the new ones. So voila. Hey, Jordan, glad the call landed well. And 2 questions. It just made up some bullshit. But that's just an example of how a draft could already be set, you know? Yeah, and to wrap it up, this took maybe 10 minutes and barely any manual effort, and now it's a scheduled task that I can go over here and click inbox triage and just run it whenever I would need, or even just have it set to run. So active, next run it tomorrow at 8 a.m. and it'll constantly be triaging all my emails. And I think you should give it a shot and mess around with other scheduled tasks here and pick up new skills and get into the space because it really is exciting. This was purposefully a really easy video, and I hope it gets rid of the fear of AI and getting started in this AI automation space a little bit, just by showing you simple little automations that you could start implementing in your life. Yeah, good luck and happy building.